As we know from early on in The Sopranos, Tony Soprano had some emotional and psychological issues as a result from growing up in the mafia, dealing with childhood traumas, dealing with his mother, and also had to suppress his feelings due to masculinity dominance that came with the mafia. While of course Tony Soprano is a sociopath, evil, a murderer, displays unhuman-like actions, and can be just flat out ruthless, Tony can also show passion, care, and love for his family members, but more specifically for animals. Throughout the series, it's clear that at times Tony can love animals more than he loves humans. But what made Tony Soprano feel this way specifically towards animals? Throughout the series, we watch as Tony commits violent murders, robberies, and numerous amounts of adultery without any hesitation, only to go home to Carmela and his kids as if nothing had ever happened. While he does love his family and friends, Tony appears to have an emotional attachment towards animals the most. We know this from the series' first episode, as he develops a connection with the ducks in the swimming pool. With the ducks present, Tony is ecstatic, but once the ducks leave, Tony becomes depressed and empty.
Do you feel depressed?
Since the ducks left.
We see Tony's affection for animals constantly throughout the series. Like with Angie Bumpencero's dog, Coco, we watch as the borderline personality disorder unfolds with Tony, as he is full of anger as he discovers that Angie spoke to Carmela about Tony giving her money for her dog's illness. We watch as he breaks her Cadillac with a baseball bat without any remorse, but once Coco appears in the picture, Tony's entire attitude and mindset changes.
Nah, she's alright. Good girl. Good girl.
As Tony goes from an enraged sociopath who is smashing Angie's car to a relatively normal human being who is at peace while also displaying affection for the dog. But nowhere is the strange affection Tony displays towards animals more evident than when he discovers Ralph had killed their racehorse, Pyomai. While the horse is primarily Ralph's, Pyomai gravitates towards Tony more, and even here with Carmela.
Yeah, that's a good girl. You're feeling better, huh? Yeah.
You see that? The second she saw you, she came right over.
When Pyomai becomes ill, Tony is quick to comfort her by spending the night at her stable. When Pyomai later suspiciously dies in a fire, Tony is devastated. Tony becomes absolutely heartbroken and suspicious of Ralph, who we find out purposely set flame to the fire to collect insurance money for his hospitalized son. Tony ignores the positive news about Ralph's son Justin that he is on his way to making a recovery, and instead focuses on the death of Pyomai.
He'll walk. He'll use his hands. Life goes on, huh? One day at a time.
Lois said the horse was still alive.
It's here where we see Tony's sociopathic mindset kick in, as he cares more for Pyomai than Ralph's son Justin, who is in life-threatening condition. Just like with the arrival of Coco, Angie's dog, Tony flips a switch and becomes absolutely furious over Ralph purposely killing Pyomai.
Now, I know it's tragic to think this way, but you can't argue with the fucking logic.
Jesus Christ, you did it. You cooked that fucking horse alive.
No, I did not!
We see his care for Pyomai here while he's killing Ralph.
The beautiful innocent creature, what did she ever do to you? You fucking killer.
We see the death of Pyomai haunt Tony as the series progresses. During Christopher's intervention, Tony seems to care more for Christopher killing Adriana's dog Cosette, more than Christopher's serious drug problem that can kill Christopher and that has ruined Adriana's life and so many others around him. The connection with anger and animals with Tony is even visible with Tony discovering his childhood dog Tippy was given to his dad's girlfriend.
Oh, this is my fucking dog. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This was my dog. His name was Tippy.
Later on in the series, we come to find out a small glimpse of why Tony showcases so much love and affection towards animals. Affection towards animals is a common trait among sociopaths. As Dr. Melfi discovers in Season 6, here she discovers that sociopaths mimic empathy while blubbering and crying and engaging on key issues like mother and family, much like Tony throughout the series in therapy. She later reads the Criminal Personality article and discovers that criminals' sentimentality reveals itself in compassion for animals and babies. and that criminals like Tony Soprano use insight to justify heinous acts such as the violent murders that Tony commits throughout the show. The irony of Tony loving and feeding ducks in his backyard and being able to murder people without any hesitation spoke volumes to the type of character and sociopath Tony was. When it came to Tony and his love for animals, we'll never truly know why he cared for them so much. In Tony's eyes, animals were the only living things that were capable of connecting with him on an emotional level. Tony viewed animals as pure and innocent. He doesn't have to get stressed out with animals. No animals can judge or betray Tony either.
I got no bills, no headaches, no family cotsies running around. One horse likes another horse, they go up to each other, they fuck, that's it. No problems, no 100 questions, no guilt.
Animals never had the disappointing character flaws that so many of those who were close to Tony had. Animals simply couldn't let him down or become an informant like Pussy did. However, we do see the connection with humans and animals with the representation of fishes, as Tony synonymously looks at fishes and thinks of his old friend Pussy. The same can be said with the crow representing death for Christopher during his maid ceremony, and how the orange cat at Satriel's constantly stares at the photo of Christopher on the wall, by possibly meaning the cat is Christopher in the afterlife. But that's a whole different story for another video. For Tony, animals represented innocence and freedom from the constraints of human society. They loved him unconditionally, unlike any of his friends who brown-nosed him daily. Animals like Pyomai loved Tony no matter what violent acts he committed. Even if Tony was a murderer, animals provided Tony with an endless amount of love, something that he never had once, not even from his mother. What do you think the relationship of animals and Tony meant? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. For more Sopranos themed content, keep it locked here, right here on this channel.